So I'm watching this. I watched the Amanda Seals, Shannon Sharpe interview, right? And so I'm noticing a lot of people are calling out Shannon for, I guess, providing some kind of pushback on the things that Amanda was saying about her childhood, about her racist, or I guess, yeah, racist prejudice upbringing, the things she encountered when she was a kid living in Florida. And I just want to say so real quick. I think everybody knows who Shannon Sharpe is. Real quick biography on both of these people. Shannon Sharpe, former football player, won a few Super Bowls, uh, pretty much revolutionized and changed the position of tight end. Well respected player, um, player turned, I guess, sports analyst, broadcaster, and now working for himself on Club Shay Shay and doing the Club Shay Shay podcast and all that. Amanda Seals, um, she was an actor. I remember her from a long time ago on Nickelodeon, My Brother and Me. Uh, I remember when she changed her name to Amanda Diva and was doing the Floetry thing, and she was on VH1 quite a bit. I think she was like a reporter or something, an interviewer too. Uh, haven't really been hearing much from her in recent years. This is a quick little overview of both of these people, right? Okay. So I'm watching a cat named Dane Calloway, who I like a lot. I think he's a great historian. I think he's a great YouTuber. I think he's a great. He puts great information out there about his people, black people. He say Niji people, whatever you want to call black folks. That's what he puts out. You know, he's not like me. He's not like a hey, don't this don't seem right. No, he's a historian. Like he gets paid to do this. I mean, he puts out books, uh, movies. Maybe not in theaters, but puts out his own movies that you can buy a physical copy on Amazon, download it off his website, all that kind of stuff. The dude is awesome, right? So, but I'm watching a lot of people, including him, give pushback on the things that Shannon Sharpe was questioning. So Amanda was saying that when she was in school, she would correct this white teacher that she had, and and Shannon asked. He said, "Well," he said, "I would imagine." He asked her. He said, "When other kids would correct the teacher, would she get mad? Because I would imagine any teacher would get mad if a student is continuously correcting them." Now let's talk about that. So now Dane Calloway was talking about, he's like, well, if it's wrong, and a teacher shouldn't care. And let me say this, because they're trying to make it seem like Shannon is like invalidating her experience and her, I guess she's making all this stuff up, and he's siding with the white man and all that kind of stuff. Look, let me say this, okay? Yes, any teacher would get mad if a child is continuously correcting them. Now, correcting and interrupting are two different things. You can't correct somebody and be wrong. So, like, let's say this. Let's say a teacher goes, okay, class, the War of 1812 was fought in 1812, right? Henceforth, blah, blah, blah. And let's say a child goes, actually, the War of 1812 was fought in 1963. That teacher be like, the War of 1812 was fought in 1812. So where'd you get that from? No, sit down. Right now, and I'm just saying a year. Now, I'm not saying this is when it happened. But if a teacher says, okay, kids, the Louisiana Purchase happened in 1801, and a student goes, actually, ma'am, the Louisiana Purchase happened in 1758. And the teacher looks it up and finds out, maybe in the history books it says 1800 something, but what if that child grew up with a historian like Dane, who really knows, because a lot of this history is jumbled up and misconstrued and lied about. She comes to find out, oh, wow, it actually is in 1758, not 1801 or whatever I said, right? But do you think that teacher's going to care? No, because that's not what school is about. So let me talk about this real quick. Yes, a teacher would get mad at that. You can say, well, a good teacher wouldn't. Sure, but we got to look at how school is. School is a place to go where you're not old enough to work, your parents are working, especially public school. Private school, this don't apply to. It's a free kind of place to send your child. It don't have a tuition or anything like that. You probably get paid for it in taxes and stuff like that. But it's a quote unquote free place to send your children to learn while your parents are working and to be able to afford to still live in to pay bills and send you on trips and buy clothes and stuff like that, right? School is not a place where where teachers are mentoring children. You see what I mean? So that goes back to what Shannon was saying. He was saying most teachers would get mad at that because they're not there to. It's not there for your development. Most teachers are there to get a check. You see what I mean? They're there to get a check, and they don't want no little snot nose, especially not no elementary school kid. Now check this out. Okay, most elementary school teachers are women, right? So let's say you a 30-something-year-old, 40-something-year-old woman, and this 8-year-old keeps correcting you. We know women don't even like a motherfucker they age, man, woman, or whatever, to keep correcting them. What you trying to say? I'm stupid? I can't say nothing right. You think they're gonna like a 8-year-old correcting them? Hell no. You know what I mean? So I really think, Dane, I really fuck with your content. I really think you was reaching on a lot of this stuff. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people was reaching. And it's crazy how Dane's whole thing is I'm here to make you think and all this stuff. And anytime Shannon interviews somebody, he always provides some kind of pushback on, let me bring this, can I add this? What do you think about this? But it seems like when he did it with her, because it was her childhood experience and it comes from a position of being black versus a white woman, he's like cooning, and black folks are so quick to, you cooning and step bucking and shucking and jiving and step dancing for the white man. You shucking and jiving for the white man. It's like, what does that have to do with him? He just asked. He can't just ask like, hey, well, do you think this would have happened? And then she gets, so what are you trying to invalidate my, and let me say this, and I'm gonna get up out of here. I don't give a shit about no damn Amanda Seals. I don't care about her childhood experience. I don't care. She didn't go through nothing traumatic. Okay, and so what? Okay, a teacher was racist. Okay, who gives a shit? You didn't get assaulted. You didn't get attacked. This ain't no woe is me story. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Like, you didn't get raped. Who cares? Like, okay, a teacher disagreed with, or a teacher was funny acting to you, or racist or whatever. Who gives a shit? Shut up. You ever know Amanda Seals got more traumatic, more stories about motherfuckers being racist than a damn motherfucker who grew up in the 50s and the 40s and 30s. Everywhere, it's like everywhere she went, white folks just hated her. And she might be lying about a lot of this shit, but we don't know because it's her childhood. You see what I mean? So there's no way to really fact check it. We can't. Oh, I went to Nickelodeon, they was racist. They picked on me because I was black. I went here, they ain't like me because I was black. I went to get something to eat, they ain't like me because I was black. I started dating this guy, he ain't like me because I was black, and he was black. It's like it's never ending with her. And you gotta think, what even is her end goal in doing all this? Is she trying to educate? Hey, y'all, teachers can be right. Well, what are you trying to do? And why? And that's just another thing. Like, it's like she always finds herself in these little situations. Like, you need to be around some black people, even to this day. And like, she knew that as a child, but then she got grown and still chose to work for these white networks and white radio stations. It's like, goddamn, at some point, don't you got to be? You know what? White folks just don't fuck with me. I need to be around my own people. And most black folks have a problem with that because it really ain't no alternative. Because most black folks, when they get on, they think white folks' money, it's greener and it goes farther. If a white man give you $1, it's worth $5. If a black person give you $1, it's worth a penny. I don't know. In conclusion, I don't give a shit about no Amanda Seals or a Shannon Sharpe. Who gives a shit? It was just a fucking interview. He can't ask a question. All right, anyway, I don't give a shit. Get out of here. I'm out.